Folks at home, welcome back to the backyard pond, and today's an exciting day because our pet turtle Bowser is finally going to get to make his appearance in this backyard pond. We wanted to wait until he was big enough to where the bass didn't try to eat him or anything crazy like that, so we're going to be putting him in here later on today, and we're also going to be building our 5 baby Ninja Turtles a new home, but it looks like it's about to start raining on me, so let's jump right into it. I got some good news for you, Bowser. Today's your big day. You're finally getting moved to the backyard pond. We're feeding him right now, one last feeding inside this tank, and then our goal is to put all the babies in here and move him out. Alright, buddy, time to get in the pond. There's a good look at him. He's gotten a good bit bigger. No spots on the bottom of his shell. He's thinking about it. Got that head poked out, checking out his new spot. Alright, I'm gonna put him in the water. There he goes. There's a good look at him. You got minnows swimming all around him, that's for sure. Plenty of food in there. So I lost him. I believe he's under those lilies, but I'm going to go check in on him on the underwater pond cams. You guys can do that too on our other channel, BamaBass Pond. So if you're new to the channel, we rescued 5 baby turtle eggs beside a Best Buy parking lot. It took us about 60 days to hatch them, and thankfully every one of them hatched. We've had them in this temporary container, and now it's time to get them something with a little bit of filtration. And now that Bowser's in the backyard pond, we're going to move them to his tank and get it set up for them, and then eventually build them their own pond in the backyard. But I learned something new. Baby turtles don't know how to swim when they're this small, so you can't have them in real deep water, so we're going to keep them in this aquarium. Now we're going to turn this into the Ninja Turtle tank, so we're going to set it up completely differently. For one, this filter takes up too much space, so I got a different filter. We're going to lower these rocks down a little bit because we don't need as much water as Bowser had. So now that we've got the tank completely cleaned out, the first thing I thought about is we're going to have to free up some room. So the filter that was in here took up a lot more space, but now that we got 5 baby turtles, I want to downsize on the filter. And this first filter I tried out is a 20-gallon filter. But I think even though it's a 20-gallon tank, we don't really need a 20-gallon filter because we only have maybe a couple gallons of water in there. So I've also got a 10-gallon filter as well as a 3-gallon filter. And I'm going to pick the one that takes up the least amount of space. Alright, I tested all 3 filters. I ended up going with a 10-gallon, and man, did it take me about an hour to make this thing quiet. So these filters are great, but they make so much noise. So I ended up getting a Miramo log and putting it right here on the front, and I've got a moss ball for that leak there in the back. So this filter works great, it just makes so much noise, but I dampen the noise with the Miramo moss. Now one of the first things you want to do when setting up an aquarium is cover up all those ugly spots, things that you wouldn't really want to look at all the time. So I got this plant here just for this reason, to cover up that filter. That way we got a nice green plant, and we can look at that rather than that ugly filter. I'll probably go in with one more small one right here. Now the base of these roots really stand out, so I'm going to go in with a piece of mopani wood, and we're going to fill this area in right here with some rocks to kind of fill that up. This will be a nice little basking area for the turtles. I'm probably going to end up having to reduce that water some as I add more of these pieces. It looks like that water level's rising, so I'm going to end up getting rid of some of this water at the end. Now I'm going to show you guys something cool I found online called a dripper plant. It has long leaves and there's a pump at the bottom. So it pumps the water up to the top, comes off one leaf, comes off another leaf, and creates a little waterfall effect. So it's definitely not required for a turtle tank. I just thought it'd be cool. So we just got the dripper plant installed. It's pretty cool. You can see the leaves there. That leaf drips down to the one below it. You can adjust the leaves, how far they stick out. But I'm not sure that we're going to keep it because look at how big it is in the aquarium. It just barely fits in. And also this is going to be their basking area, so I don't really want to put water over here. I could possibly use it to shield the filter over here. Alright, now we got that area looking pretty good. Now it's time to work on their basking area. So the basking lamps and the UVB bulbs are going to be over here on the right side of the tank. And I just put one little wood piece in over here. It's kind of dark in this area. It kind of looks like a little shoe there. And I'm going to build some rocks up right around this area so they can get up out of the water. That's the main thing you have to do when you have turtles, is let them get up out of the water, dry off, and bask. Alright, it's starting to come together now. We got the left side set up. I'm building the rocks up on the right. I got a couple more plants added in there. We want to keep building a little bit more so we can get that basking area, but I don't want to go too far out to where they don't have their nice little swimming area right out here. So that's as far out as I'm going to come. I might build up just a little bit more with some more rocks. I think Bowser is the happiest pet in this pond. He loves hanging out. He swims around. This is his rock. This is the Bowser rock right here. He's always sitting up on it, perched out with his legs kicked back behind him. I still don't think he's adapted to eating minnows yet, so we come out and feed him his old pellets every day. But he is definitely one happy turtle. So I just pulled some of the river stones from the backyard pond, and I love that aged look you get from how that water's worn them over the years. Alright, next up we're going to add some cultures of dwarf hairgrass. They're probably going to end up eating it, but that's fine. That's kind of what it's there for. They can eat it. It'll also make it look a little bit more natural with the rocks, wood, and now grass and plants. Alright, it's all set up. Now it's just time to add the turtles. There's a look at our 5 babies. They hadn't really grown much. Still tiny. Alright, first up, Master Splinter. Next up, Michelangelo. Leonardo. They're all jumping down in the water. Donatello. And Raphael. Alright, enjoy your new home. I'm happy that now we got them in here in the light. We can see them and watch them grow. Looks like everybody's hiding. Looking for the new hiding spots of the tank. I'm going to have to put one more piece right there in the center that'll kind of give them a little bit of cover. I know that whenever I'm around, they're still not used to me yet. So they're going to want to hide. Alright, let's get that overhead view. Most of them are still hiding right there up under the log. We got one of them that went face first down into the grass. That's his tail sticking up there and there. He's hiding from me. Got one solo guy over here hanging out by himself. What's up, little buddy? Alright folks, that's going to wrap up the video. Make sure you're subscribed, that way you can follow along with all of our animal adventures. Also leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see in some upcoming videos. Hope you all enjoyed it. See you all next time.
Bonnie and Clyde were pretty looking people, but I can tell you people, they were the devil's children.